Hello, this is Loopline. In this video I'm going to cover how you can use Scrapebox to create in-content links using the Article Poster Scraper plugin. So it is a premium plugin. It does have a small additional cost to it. If you already have it, of course you can use it. If not, go to available premium plugins here and you will find the article scraper, and you can double click on it and it will take you to the payment page. Once you have it, you go back here, double click and download it, and then go back to premium plugins and launch it. So we're going to launch the article scraper plugin here, and I have a separate video that actually goes through and shows you what all of these tabs do on my same YouTube channel here. But in this video we're going to focus specifically on how we can use the article poster to post articles to WordPress, Blogger, and Tumblr. Now we can use, of course, the harvester to scrape those articles, and then we can spin them, insert links where we want, and then post, and then we even get the option on the poster to set it out for future dates, in between date ranges, and that sort of thing if we want to. But in this video I'm going to cover more of a basic posting of right now. We're not going to future date, that way we can see it in action. So let me scrape up an article here, and I'm just going to put fantastic quotes. I enjoy good quotes, keep you on point. Under proxies and settings, I'm not even going to use proxies because I'm not really looking for that many articles. I'm just going to scrape 10. So let's start that up and let it scrape, and it's done. So let me go get those. Alright, and found a nice article here, famous quotations on various topics, and just goes through with different things and talks about quotes and whatever. So this will be a perfect article for us. It's got a little bit of length there. It's not overly long, but it'll work for the purpose of this video. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and spin this because I want to post it to a Blogger blog, WordPress, and Tumblr, and I don't want the exact same content posted to each one. So let me get that loaded up, and all we're really going to do is I just copied it here, and I'm just going to go to the article rewriter. There is, of course, a Word or API spinner here where you can use the best spinner and whatnot, but I'm just going to go to the article rewriter and paste it in here. I'm going to hit auto spin text, and then we can even look at word density and that sort of thing, but we can get previews, and that'll work for us. So I'm then going to take, and I'm just going to copy this and put it here in the article poster. And I like this because it's a nice little editor here that I can use. And so let's say I want to go in here, and let's say that I have a website on quotes, and I don't, but let's just say that I do. So I'm going to put right here, for instance, I'm going to put in a link, and let's just go ahead and create that. And there's a website that I like to use when I need a quote for a special occasion. It's a nice website. Quote Garden has a lot of great quotes. So I'm going to put a link in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in an anchor text as well. And I just put in a little spin text there as the anchor text, just to show the basic functionality here. And you could put in more than one link depending on what you're trying to do, and there's different font options here and all that good stuff. But once we have it, so I also went ahead and created a title here, and just a little bit of spin text, some post tags, and if you have a category you could choose one. This will not create the category, but it will put it in an existing category. I'm just going to leave it uncategorized for the purpose of this video. And then I'm going to use a default date. I went ahead and saved off a copy of the article just in case something were to happen. So I have it. You can also import articles and that sort of thing. We can select our date range, and now we need to load in here. Now we can use the article poster to post to WordPress and Blogger, and then the batch poster will actually also post to Tumblr. So I'm just going to show you how to use both by doing WordPress and Blogger here, and then I'll go to the batch poster and post to Tumblr as well. So for starters, we need to load in WordPress, and you format it like the little pop-up here. You can see we're a URL, pipe key, username, pipe key, password. So let me load that up here. So I went ahead and loaded in WordPress here, and I'm just going to leave it on one connection, but you do have options there. And let's just go ahead and hit start. Before we do that though, let me show you the actual blog here. Nothing terribly awesome. Actually, an old blog that I have that I really don't use anymore, just on mattborden.com. And so just last post is actually in 2012 here. So let's go ahead and post this. and then you'll see it running through the content there, or the status there rather, running through the process. And then let's go over here back to the website and refresh it. And there we have it. We have our famous quotations from fantastic people, posted today, August 28, 2013, filed under general. Well-known places, we have our title, that sort of thing. We have then the article being spun through, have our tags down here that we put in, and then we actually have our link, which kicks us over to the other website. So everything worked perfectly. Picked one of the random anchors and everything. So that is how you can post to WordPress. So now let's move on to Blogger. So this is the Blogger blog, which I've never actually used. And so went ahead and loaded up the Blogger account here. So let's go ahead and take off Blogger and post to that. And you can see again the status as it goes through. And it's done. So let's go back over here and refresh. And here we have our post. Chose a different anchor text this time from the spintax. Got our link in there. Got everything there as it should be. Brought it down here. Even has the labels here and everything. And so that has how you can post to Blogger. Alright, so now let's post to Tumblr. Tumblr is completely different. On the batch poster tab here, we can see Tumblr. It is set up through email posting rather than posting through actual XML RPC, like WordPress, for instance. Also, the formatting of the article is a little different. So I'll just pop it open here and show you the formatting of the article when you do it in the article poster and save that data. It looks like this. It creates this title, tags, that sort of thing, and that works great for WordPress and Blogger, but Tumblr is just a completely different thing. So for Tumblr, all you need is a title on its own line, and then a space, or blank line, and the actual article itself. Also, you're going to want to strip out that HTML that you put in. So before, with our other article, we put in this, standard link HTML. That's not going to work with Tumblr. What Tumblr is going to do is it's going to take a URL and it's going to make it hyperlinked to the title. So what we want is to just put this. Just grab your link and put it in the article. Go back here. So it doesn't matter where it is. I just stuck it here in the first line, just the URL itself. And Tumblr's automatically going to take and make a hyperlink out of your title with this URL, and then it's not going to put the URL in the body of the actual article itself. So once we have our article set up with just a title, a blank line, and the article, and then stick our link just as a naked URL there in the actual article body, and we save that off, we're going to go ahead and load that article here, and it'll pull the title up, and then we're going to go ahead and go to Tumblr, and we're going to set up. Now under setup, we choose our own settings for an email address we have. This could be Gmail, this could be your own private email account, whatever. I'm just using my email account from one of my mail servers. And so you just put in your SMTP details there. And then we're going to go and create our account file because we have to load that as well. Now the account file for WordPress and Blogger is like your URL of your website plus your username and your password. For Tumblr it's slightly different. For Tumblr it needs to be like this. It needs to look like this, where it has your actual URL of your Tumblr blog, which for instance would be like mine's loopline2003.tumblr.com, the Tumblr email for posting, which I'll talk about in a second, and then your password. So this would be your password that you use to log into Tumblr. However, do not put in your Tumblr email address that you use to log in. Tumblr creates a unique email address, and you can see it here on their FAQ here, can I post to my blog via email? It creates a unique email address that looks like this. It's a long string at tumblr.com, and you can find this in your settings, and here it talks about click on settings, go to the blog you're going to publish on. Basically you go to settings and then go down and you can see it right here. But what you need to do is get that email address, and you put that email address in the Tumblr account file. So what it's going to look like is something like this. Let me get it loaded up. So I went ahead and loaded it in here, and I'm just going to show you it looks like this because I'll reset it after I'm done. But it's going to look like that, your actual Tumblr email, and then you put in your password in your Tumblr blog. And then we're going to hit start. And it's pretty quick. And there it is, completed. And so now we can go back over here. See, I've got nothing on here right now. Let's go ahead and refresh. And we will see that it went ahead and posted to Tumblr. And it took our URL out of the article, made a hyperlink to our quote site there, and it used that first line as our quote. And then we had the URL just here in the first line is no longer there. It took it out and it posted our actual article. And so that is how you can post to WordPress, Blogger, and Tumblr with the Article Scraper plugin and create in-content links from all these different domains. And you can either do off of the WordPress.com, Blogger.com, Tumblr.com, or all of those could be self-hosted off of your own domains as well. And that is how you can create in-content links using the Article Scraper plugin with Scrapebox.